I am at Perth Airport, ready to pick up Lucas the cat. I told you I would continue the story at the other end, and here I am. But just to fill you in on a few details of what's been happening in between, I've used the silent language of communication with Lucas yesterday prior to the flight, just so I could give him the heads up. So what I do is I visualize and intuitive, giving him the senses of what it's like, like people handling him and their faces peering in and getting on the flight, what that looks like. And, hearing the engines rev up and going up the runway and that sort of thing. So I took him through that whole process, and I must say, he was a bit bewildered with it all, which they usually are. And here are all the animal carriers, so Lucas must be somewhere around here. Okay, so we're just about to get Lucas. He's in that little carrier in there. Now, just to show you as well, which is a really good tip when you're transporting pussycats around on aircraft, is just to have a little towel in front. Now you can see that this is just across the front where the cage part is, and it's gaffer taped to the top. Now the reason it's there is because then they feel they're in an enclosed space, which cats love, and he could just settle down and not be looking at all the scary things going past, and he can just, get his mind settled to that, okay, I'm in a safe space and I can just stay here. And then when you turn it up, of course, then they can see everything, and that makes them wonder what everything is. So that's just a really helpful tip when they're on flights. I always use it, and it always works. So there's that for you to think about. So as you could see, he looks so relaxed. I have him in the car now, so I'm going to let you have a look at him. He looked very relaxed there, and that's what normally happens through this process when we do it a certain way. It's me. How are you? I know, you're in a car now. Everything's so new and so different. But you've got to imagine if this was you and, you were going to a brand new place, experiencing all these really different things, how you would be faring and how you would be reacting and what would be going through your mind. Well, it goes through their mind as well. And that's why it's so important that we communicate with them in their own way to let them know what's going on, so they don't have to have this terrible fear and worry. So I'll spend a little bit of time with him and let him know what's coming up next, and he'll relax back. And you can see him now that he's even getting relaxed just being with me and the way we're talking, because I'm just keeping my energy really, really relaxed, and that will keep him relaxed. There you go. You can see his eyes partly closing. So he's quite relaxed now, which is awesome. Well, we're just on our way to introduce Lucas to his new home, but there's a bit of traffic and a bit of a drive. Here you are. We're having a little kip. A little sleep, Lucas. I'm just going to drive up the road, and here goes. Let's meet them, because Lucas and I are meeting them for the first time. Okay, so here we are, arrived at Kim and Marcus's home, but only Kim's home at the moment. So I'm going to do the grand unveiling. We're going to get Lucas out so he can meet his new person.
Hi.
Are you excited?
So excited.
I know. I won't hold you up anymore. Let's just do it. Okay, Kim, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Hi. This is Lucas. He's going to explore, Kim.
Yeah.
I wonder if he can smell the rats, because I haven't told everybody yet that there's 5 rats that are living in this house. There's another group of intelligent animals that he's got to get used to.
What is it?
Okay, he knows that there's rats in there. Ooh. Not too sure about that.
He's like, I can smell them.
Okay. Well, it was too bad if you didn't want all your personal things on film, wasn't it?
That's all right. I did tidy up yesterday.
Okay, that's a usual place that a
Yeah.
cat goes
Yeah.
when they're not too sure of something. I'm going under the bed. This is going to be Lucas's roommates. Oh, hello. Are you going to jump? Are you?
Don't leave Mummy's hands there.
Yeah, you're going to try to jump?
To Mummy?
Yes, wants to come and see what's going on.
Good boy.
Who's this, Kim?
This is Dexter.
Dexter. Marvellous name. Oops, hang on. We've got... Oh, everybody's very interested now. Look at this.
We've got Max here. That's Hudson. This is Rocket. Rocket's only got 3 legs.
And our other gorgeous one.
Oliver.
Our gorgeous boy is Oliver. Look at their little bedroom here. It's a little maid.
Here comes Marcus. Hello, my love. It's unlocked.
Who's that?
Is that your new daddy?
Look. Oh. Hi Marcus, how are you? Sorry. Well, he's just not quite used to you yet, so it'll all be good. So we'll introduce you shortly.
Fantastic.
What do you think? Yes, he's very friendly, aren't you, Lucas? Very social cat. There you go. Straight up. That's
Good boy.
almost unheard of. We've only been here like 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. I hope you like it here, buddy. You're going to be very, very spoiled.
Yes.
Did you hear that, Lucas? You're going to be very spoiled. There is going to be 6 animals in this household, and they're all going to be just best friends. I do suspect that one of the rats, and I'm not sure which one yet, but I'm feeling that there's some quite dominant energy in there. And so there's going to be one of those rats that is definitely going to want to be way above Lucas. So we're going to see which rat that is, and we're going to see how that rat leads the pack and see what happens. Yeah, well, there you go. So there tends to be one leader, right? And that's the leader that's probably going to challenge us the most, which is fair enough, because you always have to remember that whichever animals were here first, we have to run the rules by those animals. Whoever's second in has to kind of have the rules set up so it keeps the safety and happiness for all concerned. So when I undertook this particular exercise, I call it, but really it's an act of love. When Lucas came into our lives, I knew then he needed my help. So his life is basically in my hands. So I vowed to make sure that he gets the best life possible. Thank you for watching our channel. Please be sure to visit our Facebook page and invite all of your friends. And remember, everyone's an animal whisperer. You just need to listen.